This is Weston.
We have a last-minute reservation.
Oh my God. That's Tobin Frost.
Kill all the surveillance cameras in this room.
Tobin Frost has a multidimensional personality and dark soul. Was difficult to be in his shoes?
I read a book called The Sociopath Next Door, and I studied quite a bit about sociopaths, and I thought that sociopaths are just violent people, but that's not the case. Most sociopaths aren't violent, but they are very manipulative. They don't have a conscience. They don't have remorse for the things that they do. And they take advantage of people in many different ways. Some by just getting your pity, they get you to feel sorry for them so they can take advantage of you. Or they want to dominate you, they want to win. So I realized that that's what this character was. In every situation, he wanted to win, he wanted to dominate. Even when he says to the boy, you know, I only kill professionals. He was like a cat playing with a mouse. He didn't want to kill him yet. You know, he wanted to, he said, you can do better. I want you to do better. I want you to try to come after me better than that. See? Yeah, and he's a sick man. I love him.
He was one of the most brilliant CIA operatives we ever had, until he went rogue.
He's responsible for the deaths of multiple agents.
This movie is full of action and has a complex argument. Who talked to you about this project the first time?
My agent talked about it quite a bit, and before he died, it was a screenplay. He says, I really want to see you do this one. He felt I could bring something to it, and so in a way, I kind of made a promise to him to do the movie. When I saw Daniel Espinosa's film Snabbercash, which I thought was great, and then when I met him and found how interesting, complex a guy whose father fought in the revolution in Chile, who grew up in Chile and Africa, and then lived in Sweden, who was a street fighter and gangs and all of this stuff, and became a filmmaker. You know, he's a tough guy and a very interesting guy and a very talented guy. I was excited about that, the possibility of working with him.
Denzel, you are one of the executive producers of this film. What was your most important collaboration?
I think just developing the script, really developing the script. I mean, like I told Daniel and I told Scott Stuber, I says, look, once we start shooting, I'm just the actor. But in helping to put together the script and to a degree, helping with the casting of the characters, you know, I was involved in that.
It's okay. I remember my first posting, Rio de Janeiro. House like this. Not one single visitor, but I remember rule number one, you are responsible for your house guests. I'm your house guest.
In Safe House, you have a remarkable sequence with Rubén Blades. Do you know anything about his legacy for the Latin culture?
I suggested to Daniel to hire Rubén.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Because he and I had worked together with Spike Lee 20 years before.
Wow.
And you know, I love his music and what he's all about. And I hadn't seen him in years. And we were trying to think of who could be an old friend of Tobin, what kind of guy, and Daniel really liked the idea of this Spaniard. Or I don't know if he said he was in the movie. He says he's Panamanian, but this Latin with a South African wife living in the slums of the township. It was an odd combination, a forger, making passports and all of this. Yeah, I think it was a nice spice. It was a good, interesting twist.
Who's after us and why?
I think you need to consider how your safe house was attacked in the first place. That house was a secure location. Whoever crashed it, they were invited. Someone told them, someone you know.
You're not gonna get in my head.
I'm already in your head.
tears on the mausoleum floor. Blood stains the Colosseum walls.
So they're working together?
Even disguised as a feast.
I think Weston's turned.
You can stay blind, or you can open your eyes.
I'm taking you in.
I want you to take me in.